A Day in the Life was the last track to be found on Sgt. Pepper, and I first heard it with John just playing his guitar and singing in front of me. So this is what we heard, recorded on the 19th of January, 1967. Take 4.
2, 3, 4.
All the rhythm there, all on one track. John, his voice on track 4.
I read the news today, oh boy,
Wonderful voice.
about a lucky man who made the grade.
And he never really liked it very much, which is why we always put this kind of double tape echo on, which he loved to hear himself.
Well, I just had to laugh. I saw the photograph. He blew his
There's no bass
mind
or drums on it yet. We added that later, and we still have only 2 tracks.
You didn't notice that the
But it's still pretty complete. So on the 20th of Jan, we started work again to add bass from Paul, drums from Ringo, a little bit of percussion from, I think, George, and this was the result.
Yes, we would love to turn you on. Welcome to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus with Lou Lombardi.
And I'm Kevin O'Connor. Hey, moms and dads, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the circus.
Welcome to the circus, and I hope you guys enjoyed that little mash up there at the beginning with a little fun there with Sir George Martin and Jeff Beck. And Jeff is coming to the Palace Theater here in the Pittsburgh area.
Yes.
At the end of April, so hopefully the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus will be able to represent. We are working on that.
Get there.
So welcome, guys, one more time. Thanks to our sponsors, Click Vodka and Joanne Quinn Smith of Positively Pittsburgh Live.
Thank you. Thank you
very much. We got a great show for you today. We've got some great bands, and we're gonna talk about how to find your audience.
Well,
where to find your audience. And there's I'm
right.
going to give you a little trick, a little tip. Just a tip from your Uncle Louie here.
that Uncle Louie, he's what they call smart.
He's smart in it. But
You listen to him.
You'll listen to him because he knows his stuff. But anyways, we're going to start out with a great band that I just discovered, Immunity of Fate.
Yeah.
Chris from Immunity of Fate messaged me on Twitter, and he says, check out my music. And I checked it out. I said, Chris, this is pretty darn good, so I'm going to play it. You can go to cdbaby.com and search Immunity of Fate, and you can get their tune. This is called No End, Immunity of Fate on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
stay right by her side. By now I know it's no surprise. The tears these eyes have cried are real, and her eyes get me paralyzed. I can't breathe or hardly feel anything, just like a dream. I see her there, can't say a thing. She walks away, and I can't move, and I just wanna scream. There is no end to this beginning. Just believe it, I'm not pretending. Then again, I may be dreaming, but I believe in you and me. A million miles could get between us, but I'll never let the floor come out beneath us. I never felt before this kind of weakness, but somehow I got the strength I needed. I gotta start a war until this world to pieces, to be beside her each and every day I'm breathing, to show her she's my world, to show my world that I'm not leaving. There is no end to this beginning. Just believe it, I'm not pretending. Then again, I may be dreaming, but I believe in you and me, and perfect endings will be the light wherever the dark is. And we'll win this fight, baby, through all the punches. Let's fly tonight, higher than the stars and all the shiny things above us. Just hold on tight, I'll never give up on us. Yeah, there is no end to this beginning. Just believe it, I'm not pretending. Then again, I may be dreaming, but I believe in you and me. There is no end to this beginning. Just believe.
Immunity of Fate.
Well.
cdbaby.com/CD/Immunity of Fate.
Oh, I like
Check
that.
those guys out. They're a very cool band.
Awesome.
Good hard rocking stuff, sort of
Yeah.
in the Three Doors Down vein, you know.
And that's why I come here every week to listen to this music.
Great
Because I
music.
probably wouldn't heard this music other than the circus.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
I had last week I had a great conversation, speaking of great music and great musicians,
Yes,
with
yes.
Ricky Jackson of No Refund
Oh,
Band.
yeah.
And I'm going to play a little bit of that for you here. But first, I'd like to mention something.
Sure.
You know, do you remember this? Were you a fan of this TV show?
Oh, yes, I was.
Busy singing to put anybody down. We're just trying to be friendly.
We're just trying to be friendly. The Monkees. The reason I'm playing the Monkees is because it's Mickey Dolenz' birthday today.
That was my favorite monkey.
He was your favorite monkey?
He was, because he was a little nutty. You know what I
He
mean?
was a little nutty. He was a little nutty.
A little
Wasn't
nutty.
fruity, was he?
He wasn't fruity. He was nutty.
He was a little nutty.
Yeah.
But happy birthday to Mickey Dolenz from the Loudini Rock
How
and Roll
old is
Circus.
Mickey? Listen to this. How old is he?
Mickey is 70.
Do you believe that, folks?
Mickey is 70
Oh,
years
my
old.
gosh.
We love you, Mickey. Thank
do.
you for all the great music. And so anyways, but I did have a great conversation
Yes.
with Ricky Jackson of No Refund Band. So I'm going to play you guys a little bit of that.
Yeah,
and then
cool.
we're going to play a great song. Ricky did a remake of Still Got the Blues, which Gary Moore did about 15 years ago or so.
Sure.
And Ricky's vocal and guitar work on this are amazing. But let's have a listen. Ricky and I had a sit down this week, and he's a cool dude. Check it out.
Very cool.
All right, we're on the phone today with Ricky Jackson of No Refund Band. Ricky, how are you?
I'm good, Lou. How are you?
Real good, man. Real good. So tell me a little bit about how No Refund Band got started. Give me a little bit of band history here.
Well, it was actually started around 3 years before I stepped into the picture. Mike Crownover is the leader and started the band, and it started out more as more of a Texas country red dirt kind of sound, and I came and did a few fill-in gigs as lead guitarist for their band at the time, and as we did the gigs. I would do a couple of songs during the set. A fellow named Seth Cannon was fronting the band at that time. And he had decided to move on and pursue his own individual thing. And Mike asked me if I would be interested in assuming the roles of the lead singer. And I told him it really wasn't my style of music, but I'd give it a shot. So we did a few gigs, and it went pretty good. And then he asked me, well, what would you do if you had your rathers in the way the band was go? And I told him, I'd lean more in the blues and rock direction, and called in some horn friends of mine and Rick, the bass player, who actually was the instrumental in getting me the gig in the Place with No Refund band. We had one gig, and it went great, and I think it surprised us all. And we recorded and decided, well, we might could do something with this, and it started to evolve after that.
Fantastic. Ricky, what are your influences? Because as I listened to well, first of all, there are several songwriters in the group. And you definitely have your own signature vocal style, as well as guitar. So what I really want to know is, are you a guitar player who became a singer, or are you a singer who became a guitar player, man? Because you are so good at both, it's kind of hard to tell what your primary thing is.
I appreciate that. Well, I've always sang a little bit and played guitar, but initially when I decided to do it as a career, I assumed I would be more of a guitar player because I was working, for a lot of different bands and, would sing just because they needed the help. And it just evolved into me singing more once I got into college and hit the road some. I always had a little raspier voice, so I always did the rock and roll kind of stuff.
Right. Very cool.
And guitar, I'm sorry, yeah, and guitar, but, I was just always obsessed from the time I was about 10 years old.
Okay. Cool. What in terms of let's talk real quick. Vocally, do you have influences? Are you emulating anybody or do you have sort of style that you're sort of what are your vocal influences? Let me just put it that way.
Well, most of my vocal influences sing so much better than I ever will, but I really like listening to Ray Charles a lot. My dad was a piano player, and I grew up with a lot of Ray Charles and B.B. King and that sort of thing. But, as far as the vocal influence, I like people like Eric Clapton, the lower tones and the raspy sounds.
All right, what about the guitar?
Guitar, I'm all over the place on guitar. I'll tell you what, everything from Santana was a big influence. Robin Ford I really like a lot, and of course B.B. King and Freddie King and Stevie Ray Vaughan, and the list just goes on and on.
Oh, cool.
Played a lot of rock and roll in the 70s, and then gravitated more back towards the blues starting in the early 90s and late 80s.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. So the band is Ricky Jackson, Mike.
So easy to get my heart away. I found out the hard way. There's a price you'd have to pay. I found out love was no friend of mine. I should have known. Time after time, so long, it was so long ago, but I still got the blues for you. Used to be so easy to fall in love again. I found out the hard way. It's a road that leads to no end. I found out love was no easy game. Playing to win, but to lose just the same. So long, it wasn't so long ago, but I still got the blues for you. Been so many years since I've seen your face, but here in my heart there's an empty space you used to be. But I've still got the blues for you. Though the days come and go, there's just one thing I know, that I still got the blues.
All right. Ricky Jackson and the No Refund Band from their album Current State of Blue.
Yes.
Current State of, I believe I'm saying that wrong. Kevin, help me. A Current State of Blue, yes. A No Refund Band with the great remake of Still Got the Blues.
Outstanding.
Yeah, more Santana influence than
Yeah,
Gary
I can
Moore's
hear it in
version.
there.
A
Yeah.
little bit more than that. Very good
cool.
stuff.
Good interview too.
Yeah.
Very cool to hear
Just
him.
a little piece of that. And that was the thing I was so interested in was, he's such a great singer and he's a really great guitar player.
yeah.
So like, which came first? So it was kind of cool to hear that. I made a cool connection, guys. I keep telling you guys to get on social media and start talking to people. And I started playing around a little bit more this week with Twitter than Facebook.
Okay.
And this Amy from Audio Addiction followed me. So I said, hey, Amy, what are you into? And so she said, well, this is my website, and it's audioaddiction.com, and that's addiction but with a K. And they do music promotion. They try to promote positivity through music. It's very cool what they got going on.
Yeah.
And they are based out of the Las Vegas, Nevada area.
Oh, all right.
So I went to their website and I discovered some really cool bands that they are working with. And I would like to play for you guys. I figured the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus listeners would love them.
Yes.
This is a band called I Am Isis. You can find them on IamIsis.com. And this is a track of theirs I thought was really cool. It's called Get Free.
Get free.
Let's get free. Let's get
free.
We're going
You
to
and
get
me,
free
right
with
now.
I Am Isis. You're listening to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus with Lou Lombardi and Kevin O'Connor. We'll be right back with some great info.
Let's make our purpose clear. 'Cause we're about to set
I don't know if you know this about me.
What about you?
I love fuzz tone. Man, was that guitar fuzzy or what?
And the bass was fuzzy.
Was it really?
Yeah. What I thought was one of the cool things about that song I thought was very cool was the guitar is almost kind of like keeping rhythm, and the bass is doing the
right. It's doing like yeah.
And it's fuzzy too. Very
far
very
out.
cool jam. I want you guys to go to IamIsis.com. Real easy, and check them out. They've got photos and contact info and
Very
press and
cool.
news and videos. Very cool band. They're obviously doing really well for themselves. So great job, I Am ISIS. That song was called "Get Free."
I got free.
So how do you find an audience these days? Like how do you know?
The personal ads, Lou? Is that where you find them?
I read it in the funny papers. Well, the thing of it is a lot of people say, well, our music is so like unique, like nobody sounds like us, or we don't know where to find an audience. I hear bands say stuff like that. Here's what. First of all, guys, there's a kind of a misconception that you've got to play a certain kind of music in order for people to like what you do. People like all kind of music.
Yeah, they do.
Don't buy now. I mean, as musicians, we're smarter than this, but sometimes we forget to not buy into the whole American Idol, The Voice sort of thing. That's not. I mean, that gets the most media attention,
right?
But people like all kinds of stuff. I mean, pick up that bass guitar for a second, Kevin.
Hold on.
I want to give you guys a little demonstration.
Okay, I got it.
Now, just go ahead and do what we talked about there a second ago.
Ready?
Hear that? There are people that like that.
I
There
don't
are
know
people
who
that
they
like,
are.
oh my God, that is so awesome. It's like so heavy. It's
If
so
you
chaotic.
like that, contact me. 'Cause
I'll come to your house and
I'll
do
make
that.
a whole CD for you. This.
Here's what to do, guys. Let me just give you an insider tip here. Find the people that do that. Find the people that like that.
Right.
Find the people that like that.
I'm gonna try.
And go talk to them and say, hey, I do something like that, and you might like what I do too. And how do you find those people? Well, you find other bands. Believe me, I know that you think that your sound is like incredibly unique.
so unique.
You're so and I'm sure that it is because you're doing it. But you have influences, and there are other bands that are doing stuff in the same genre or similar vein with a similar attitude or vibe. You go find those bands, you make friends with them, you find out who likes them, and you make friends with their fans. Right?
Talk to the people at the gig.
Talk to the people at the gig. Start to get
got
to
a
know people. Join the mailing list and the fan clubs of the bands who influence you.
Yes.
Okay? Start getting in with those people. Start getting to know who they are. Because generally, like for instance, I love that sort of like hard rock, blues-based type guitar riff type stuff. So I'm always looking for that. Okay, so I love Slash's new record with Miles Kennedy. Okay, but I also love this sort of like unknown band.
It's so unknown.
They're
You don't
so
know
unknown. The name of them just slipped out of my head. Oh man, isn't that absolutely? This is embarrassing.
That happens.
See, guys,
welcome to old age.
We do this podcast.
Live.
Well, we do it live, and it's in real time.
It's in real time, folks. We don't stop to fix the mistakes. Oh, it's ABBA, isn't it?
I think this
ABBA.
is it. I think this is it, Kevin.
All right, talk to me, Goose. No, that's the Monkees.
Rival Sons.
Oh, you forgot their name?
I forgot their name. Rival Sons.
Oh,
I know.
my,
Just
oh, yeah,
I'm sorry.
you should have said something to me. I love those guys.
Okay, and so because I like Slash and Miles Kennedy, it's sort of now it's a little different. It's because Slash is sort of based in that Guns N' Roses sound, but it's Rival Sons has that great guitar-driven, bluesy rock sort of sound.
Right.
All right. So that's sort of like modern but based in classic rock sound. So I'm a Rival Sons follower because it's close. It's in that sort of vein that I like. So. And I'm looking for more of that. I'm always looking for bands that are doing that. So if somebody likes a certain kind of music, guys, generally they want to hear more of it, and they want to hear other artists that are doing stuff in that same vein.
Right,
absolutely,
right.
Because I love Rival Sons. I listen to their records all the time. But hey, at some point I want to hear something else that's in that vein too. I want to hear somebody else's take on that sound too. So go out and find bands and find artists that are in the same vein that you work. And start partnering with them, start to get to know their fans, and It's enough to go around, guys. You're not stealing anything. You're not stealing somebody's fans. All right? It's about bringing the whole thing together. So that is your tip from your Uncle Louie this week.
Thank you, Uncle Lou.
The way to find your audience is find other artists that you were influenced by that sort of quote-unquote sound like you or you sound like, and start getting to know their fans as well.
Exactly.
All right. Now, speaking of great bands, as I was telling you guys a little earlier, I had discovered this audio addiction website, Positivity Through Music. Yes. And there's another band that I discovered on there called These Knees. Catchy little name.
These Knees?
These Knees, not the bee's knees.
Not those knees. These Knees.
These Knees.
Very
TheseKnees.com.
Yes.
And this is a song called Eerie Promise Me. Now, the reason the word Eerie is in the title is because these guys are a Cleveland band. It's right on the lovely waters of Lake Erie.
Indeed.
This is called Eerie Promise Me, These Knees on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus with Lou Lombardi and Kevin O'Connor.
All right.
You just can't make right. So maybe you are an old soul, but you're too young to be desperate for meaning in life. So promise me you'll make it home safely at the end of the night. And when the wind blows and takes all your hope away, hold on and know your room for love will never fade.
All right.
Wow.
These knees.
These knees just kicked me in the head. That is
Erie Promise Me. Very cool. Kind of like
ahead. You can
Katrina
say
and the Waves meets Sixpence None the Richer meets the Cardigans.
I heard a lot of like almost 50s influence in that. It's like they took like they had a baby in the 50s and they brought it forward and gave it today's music.
It's very cool.
Very cool.
Good stuff.
These knees, outstanding.
These knees, theseknees.com. That's from their release, The Young and the Bright.
Oh, that's us. Maybe,
Absolutely.
Maybe not.
Absolutely.
We're more like
Once again, happy birthday to Mickey Dolenz from the Hey Hey We're the Monkeys.
Hey.
And don't forget, guys, get out there and start networking. Start getting on social media. Start talking to other bands, and start finding other groups that have that might have the same audience as you.
Right.
I guess this is a great way to sort of find an audience for your own music, whatever it is that you're doing. And speaking, we're getting ready to wrap up today. Believe it or not, the podcast is just about over. We're coming to the end.
Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. I'm
Holy
sorry.
free
Once
holy.
again, we
want
have
to do
used
another
up all-
bass solo?
No, bass
We'll
solo.
do another bass solo. Hold on.
Nice.
All right.
We love that.
It's not plugged in.
Special thanks to, first of all, I'd like to thank my new friends, Audio Addiction, for turning me on to some of these great artists.
Yeah, really cool.
AudioAddiction.com if you want to find out more about what they are doing.
With a K, not a C.
With a K.
Yeah.
I would like to thank all the bands we had today. Immunity of Fate, No Refund Band. Ricky, thank you so much for the interview. We're going to do a little bit more of that on future episodes. I Am ISIS. We played the song Get Free. Check them out, IamISIS.com. And These Knees. Now, we're going to wrap up with Addiction. All right? And spelled with a C.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Not to be
so-
confused.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse everybody, but Chris Rocks from Addiction messaged me. He's like, "Hey, dude, we got a brand new video for our song Bad Addiction," and I played their song a couple months ago. So I really appreciate Chris. Thank you so much for reaching out to me on Facebook. Because that's what it's all about. So you reached out to me. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to play your song for you. Go to YouTube and search the song Bad Addiction, and you can see the. You can see they're cool. It's a very cool video. The guy's playing he's playing a Les Paul. Actually, one looks exactly like one I used to own many years ago.
Really?
Very cool. Yeah. So,
Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out.
LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com to download the app on your mobile. LL Strangelove to follow us on Twitter. LoudiniPodcast.weebly.com. That way you can get the podcast and the blog and read everything that's going on here and all the promotion, everything we're doing for you guys. Nice. Hit me up. Get to LouLombardi.com /free promo and send me your stuff, guys. I want to promote you. Kevin and I are crazy.
We're crazy, I tell
We're
you.
crazy. We're crazy. And we have a show coming up on April 9th at Rumors, where we're going to be hosting an open stage. So for all you guys from the Pittsburgh area that want to come out and jam with the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus,
come and join us.
Come. We welcome you. We shall welcome you with open arms.
Go to the light, Caroline. Just come to the light.
Anything you'd like to announce, Mr. O'Connor?
Nothing this week.
Nothing this week.
Except that I love each and every one of you.
Oh,
Not you, them. Well, you too. What the hell?
It done bring a tear to my eye. All right, this is the band Addiction. Go to Reverb Nation / Addiction. You can find them. Go to YouTube and search Bad Addiction for their video. Bad Addiction by Bad.
Oh my
Addiction, Bad Addiction by Addiction. Man, you guys are like
Now you
killing
know
me
why
here.
we're ending the podcast now.
Exactly.
We're spent.
Thank you guys so much. Check this out on the way out. LouLombardi.com, LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com. We'll catch you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for listening.